All right, so the format for today is outside, you would have been handed some cards. On the cards, you would write down questions or comments for our co-chairs. Questions will not be taken from the audience. They will be reading them off those cards. If you have cards that need to be turned in, just raise your hand, and one of the volunteers will come around and collect that from you. So, if we are ready.
Yes, I'm sorry, we're all.
All right, I will turn this over to our co-chairs, Rachel Reeves and Dave Cody.
Hello, so excited to be here. Thanks for coming to Dragoncon. Lots going on. So first off, we typically like to kick this off with some numbers. Everybody seems to love numbers. In fact, we had some questions on it. What was the total attendance this year at Dragoncon?
70,000.
Whoa.
I will say the one thing, if you guys were watching, we're real serious about the attendance caps and things like that. We did end up selling out of every day but one. And I think by the end of the day, we actually technically did that. And then, we didn't open it back up. So that's something we are committed to. For anybody that's been here and been with us for years, we got a little big in 2019. We got a little to the point where we didn't really have much elbow room. And while we love to welcome our Dragoncon family, as many as possible, we also, I think, learned over the pandemic, we also really like space. Just a little bit, not a lot of it, just a little. So that's a big change for us and something that we plan on continuing. Is that cap? Is there a downside, and does it make us sad that we can't welcome all the people that want to join us at Dragoncon? Absolutely. Do we believe the trade-off is worth it to protect the experience for those of you that did come and are able to come? Absolutely. So definitely something we plan on continuing. Next, charity. Right?
Charity, I do.
We had an amazing charity this year. If you guys knew, it was Cure Childhood Cancer. Wonderful, wonderful people to work with. We actually had a personal connection with them, with one of our hotel family that got to experience the gifts of Cure and for both their treatment of their son as well as the support of their family. And so we were really happy that our fans showed up. So far in the total count, we're a little over $100,000, which is awesome. Yes. So that does mean that we're going to get at least $100,000 from our match. And for anybody who wasn't paying attention, you guys did such a great job last year. We increased it this year from $100,000 match tops to $125,000. So hopefully the numbers are still coming in. We're really hoping. It does look like we're going to hopefully be able to send more to Cure than we did last year to Open Hand, which was about $206,000. So we're really excited. So thank you guys for all of your generosity. Dave, do you want to take the first comment or question?
Okay. Can dealers and comic artist alley be split across two buildings in order to alleviate line congestion? We talked about that, but logistically and load in, load out wise, it would be, it's twice the work. And I'm not sure that in the first few years, it would go successfully.
Right, and not to mention, I would like them to build a building that works for us. Because building one definitely changed a lot.
We understand your frustration with the vendor hall lines and the comic artists, but the line really does move fast.
Except Saturday. And Saturday we own. It was a bad issue. We had some issues loading the building. The Mart is very aware of the challenges. Which is why if you went on Friday and Sunday, it felt much better, much quicker.
And I've walked that line myself, so we're aware of how long it takes y'all.
Also, good time to promote what we did this year as a change. I wanted to know if any of you guys used it, both with vendor workshops and comics programming. We did introduce a fast track for those specific things. Did anybody take advantage of that? Anybody? Was it awesome at least? Okay, awesome. Again, with Dragoncon, we try to get things right. We often try to do new things, pilot new things, so we really hope to expand that program and kind of look at everything again and figure out, is there a way to do things? But I know my husband's in comics, and so that was one thing he said, the programming was so much more full than it's been in the last couple of years. So I'm really, really glad that that seemed to help, and he enjoyed watching the ticket sales come in and making sure that no one was abusing the system. So he got some enjoyment.
Okay, so that leads you to, have you considered a speed pass like Disney? So, as we were just saying, we're gonna pilot small programs and see how it goes, but in general, no.
Yeah, we have no intention of making this. That's one of my very favorite things about Dragoncon.
All of us.
Yeah,
And,
our whole team is aligned. We don't have a desire for it to be like some of the other out there and VIP this, VIP that, and all that. One of the things that makes DragonCon great is the access to everything. Once you come by a membership, we want everybody to have the same great experience. So we're going to work on the lines, we're going to fix it, but not necessarily that way. Not so much a question. I am Rachel Sunshine, even though it's Monday at like 4 o'clock, so I get the fun ones sometimes. Not so much a question, but could you please recognize and thank the workers of the Con Suite? Absolutely. They go on to say we really appreciate all they do, and this was another amazing year. Tim Duffy, if you've not gotten a chance, has a phenomenal team, and he leads it by example. And it's just, all of our volunteers are awesome, so I thank anybody who wrote this to take the time to do that. Thank you.
all right, let's do an app question. Can a negative filter be added to the app so we can filter out events that we're not particularly interested in seeing? Yes, you can. When you go to the filter page, just pick the tracks you want to see. And then the other ones won't display. So, problem solved.
No, there you go. Okay. Next, y'all, whoever wrote this is like speaking from my heart. Earlier parties for folks that don't stay up late. I love that. I actually think this is going to go to the top of the pile because I could really use it. Because, hey, man, you got a lot to do at Dragoncon, a lot to do. Space is obviously an issue. Our panels, our programming often runs up to it, but by golly, I'm determined maybe even one in the mix so you could feel like you were partied out at 4 p.m. would be awesome. I love that. I didn't go to sleep. Right, yeah, exactly. I love this. Bigger space for the costume exhibit. Like I'm telling you, I feel like I almost wrote this.
Yes.
It was my first year. We try to make a list of things that we haven't seen and have the opportunity to. Unfortunately, sometimes it's a short list because we're out doing other things. But this year, we got to go with my mom and dad and see the costume exhibit, and it's amazing. But you're right, that room is very small. So we're going to try to figure some things out. It was just absolutely incredible. So good observations. More water containers on Thursday. That's also a really good note for the hotels. In all honesty, y'all, I know it's a joke, but the Wednesday being the new Thursday, Thursday being the new Friday, is getting a little out of hand, people. Come on, a little out of hand. No, for real. We will talk to the hotels. That's going to be definitely a part of our post-con. Is since we are seeing people a lot more, we need to be prepared even more and more with some of those things that you don't really think about. The water container, all of those. So great observation. Definitely, I think the hotels will certainly rise to the occasion.
Right. Okay, what are the hours for the America's Mark Building 3 spaces such as the video game? They operated under the hours of operation for all of gaming. We closed at 2 and we opened at 7, but we're going to re-examine that to see how much demand there is to either stay open earlier or later.
Okay, this is a good one. What is your best con advice for con? I love this, not newbies, new bloods, which is even better. So wonderful things. Con advice from me would be, well, especially now that you've been through one, pace yourself. I write down everything that I feel like I either missed or wanted to do differently right after the show, after I sleep. But pace yourself and know that, guess what? You might miss something, but you got a million other things to do. Don't be too hard on yourself.
You're not gonna see it all. You're
No,
just not.
ever.
Yeah.
Good walking shoes.
Yep.
Yeah, and stay hydrated, which this year we did add Purify. It looks like a lot of you guys took advantage of that.
Yeah.
And we actually did, as we had hoped, have less calls that had to do with dehydration. So that was exciting, less medical calls, so. Hold on. Which also the nice weather probably helped too.
I will add from my own personal experience years
Okay.
ago, being stupid, good socks, good hiking socks, not cheap socks. Make sure you wear shoes you've already broken in. Don't be wearing your shoes. You're gonna
Don't
get in
do
trouble.
it. Don't do it.
And after I started doing that every year, I walk quite a lot. I go all around, and I don't have any blister problems.
Awesome.
My feet hurt, my legs are sore, but hey,
Great, no blisters.
that's right.
Go ahead.
Will we continue membership caps? The crowd size felt just right this year. We agree.
Yeah, we agree, very much so.
Will gaming return to Mart 1 in the future? No. Mart Building 1 has been permanently renovated to permanent tenants, so Mart Building 3 is our new home. That's the way it's going to be. Registration is much improved. We agree. We learned a lot last year as we kind of geared back up after COVID. So great, thank you.
I'm not
Why are
laughing
you
at your
laughing?
question.
That is funny.
Why does Batman have a convertible in a cave for 30 years that is full of bats and guano? That's a great question.
Wow.
But not really a question because he loves the answer, but we do need a panel about it. This is what I love. You guys. It is my very favorite thing about Dragoncon. And there is one in here that asked about cults. Whoever started new, kind of got into the cults this year to see, you did a good job. You hit 3 of the main. Here it is. Marriott Carpet, Ribbon Swap, Swag Exchange. You're just getting started, whoever wrote this. Wait till you see Googly Eyes. Let's see, there's FedEx John, there's Chad, there's Eggs, there's Trashy. You got a lot to go, but y'all, it's just so much fun. I love that our people make light of a bad situation at times, some of these, and other than that, also, just pick the smallest thing to really lean into.
Okay, I have a quick survey.
Okay,
Cult of the
hit
Carpet.
it.
Who thinks, by applause, that the Hyatt trying to promote their new carpet
Stop it.
is a good thing?
Their new cart.
Who, by applause, thinks it's kind of thirsty? Thank
It wasn't a really nice carpet. It was the nicest carpet we've had in a long
you.
time,
I'm not
Dave.
saying it's not a nice
Okay.
carpet, a new carpet,
They
but
don't understand. It did shed a lot. It did shed a lot.
it's shed a lot and they're kind of trying.
I know, but the alternative of not trying hard with hotels,
It has to be organic, it has to be
That's
natural,
true,
right?
for a cult,
It's got,
100%.
exactly, you can't, yeah.
Yeah. Next, suggest to the hotels to play DCV TV on their bar TVs. Yes, please. We actually tried. Some of it is just talking them into it, which we will work on it. Some of it is technical. We did not realize this. We tried it in the Pulse Bar this year, and we did make some progress, so it appeared for a wee little bit. But some of it's technical because they don't have their dark channels on their stinking bar TVs, which is silly. So we're gonna get started earlier. It's funny, the team brought this to me before the show, and so we did make some progress. I certainly hope this is gonna be the case. Could y'all imagine how much better the bars would be if you're able to watch ECTV too?
And not stinking football.
Right, not sports. Not it.
All right, in the app, please filter by hotel as well as tracks. As frequently, almost impossible to push through the crowd, so you get in another building, and searching for what's available in the building would be nice. You actually can do that if you got the app, pull up your map, tap on the room, it'll show you what's going on in that room, and vice versa. If you're looking at an event listing, tap on the event, on the location, the room name, and it will pull up the map for the hotel. So you can do that.
I've done that a
But
lot.
yeah, I'll ask them about
first 2 days.
filtering by hotel.
Okay, that's a good question, that's a good one. Next, I know of at least, and this is just an observation, but something we can certainly address. I know of at least a couple occasions, and then changed to 3. Thank you for the specific. When the volunteer for the lines did not realize there was a gap before the doorway, and therefore other people were let in line, or let in the panel ahead of line. Definitely a note for our safety team. I think they do a great job. We did a lot of work this year with line management, helping people understand we think this is the end of the line, but this is another way we could certainly manage the line better.
And this goes along with that one. Can the app be updated to include line start locations? We're gonna look at that. I think it really depends on how
That
much
would
stuff
help.
moves around
That would.
and how stale we want
There's
the
like
nutrition to
1,000
be. We're
people
gonna look
asking,
at it.
where's the line?
Next, I would like to see t-shirts and other merch in the online Dragoncon store. Same. That is a goal. If you guys noticed, not to say we did everything right, but we did have enough baby dragons that they didn't sell out on Friday. Thank you. We're trying. It's definitely a balance that we do. Anything that does go back, any inventory will be available in the online store. We also have plans during the holiday season to introduce new merch and do a reorder on anything that went just really big this year. So that is something that we are going to do. So keep checking back. And then we have also are toying with some cool ideas about pre-purchasing some stuff in the future. So we have a great guy who's working on it, and hopefully we'll have some, but hopefully you're liking the stuff, and that's good to hear. Okay, backpacks. I'll make a note. I got a hat note too from somebody else this weekend. Next, is there any chance of the Dragoncon Film Festival returning? It seems like something people enjoyed, and it was a really cool thing. I agree that it was a super cool thing. I will not say absolutely not. It's something that we talk about each year. The pandemic presented some really interesting challenges when it came to virtual and some limitations. And then when we came back, there were some personnel things, some hotel things, but it would not be an absolute no. We know that that was a really cool piece. It just has not been the right time to bring it back, and it's something we review each year. So maybe.
All right. Rachel,
Yeah.
how do we submit requests for panels that we'd want to see in next year's track, specific track?
Panels, not
Panels.
guests. Okay, here's a cool thing. You will soon see under the Dragoncon website, under participate, probably give us some time to go to sleep. I'm anticipating October, November timeframe. We've actually worked out the whole process, but by the time it was worked out, it's kind of too late because all the tracks had done the programming, and that would have been really rude to drop on them at the last minute. But we have a new process for panel suggestions. So that's going to be really cool. Look at it again, just under the participate thing. It's a form that you can have that will be kind of sent off to all the tracks automatically. So it's kind of neat. You select what track you think it's for, give them some ideas. There's also a place to suggest a guest for said track panel and things like that. So be on the lookout. But luckily, we kind of already solved it. We just didn't kick it off because it was a little late.
And that leads into, can we have the cast from the show from Come Next Con? Now you know how to do it.
Well, let's guess. But yes, I like it too.
Yeah.
You might as well. Okay. And that just sounded neat when I read that card. I'm gonna look into it. Let's see. Cheaper drinks, $15 to $20 a cocktail. I'll just put that over there. I would love it, clearly, after a long day's night, but unfortunately, we will certainly pass on that feedback to hotels. Theater track. Dave, is this the first time you've ever heard that?
Theater track. Theater track.
There's not like a huge group
How about the
it, right?
combined theater cooking track? That seems
I
like
know, that's number 2, I know. We hear you. If we could only have hotels build more space, but it is definitely on the short list. We
it
do
really is a
hear
matter of
you.
space. And that, go home and watch Hamilton again. I got nothing for you.
Man, y'all were quieter this year.
Yeah.
This is kind of impressive. Okay, let's see. Any big questions that we could ask them?
Ooh.
Like show of hands.
Yeah, I guess we're to that point.
Let's hit it, man.
Questions?
Or no, show of hands for like things that you have, any
Oh.
questions for them?
Yeah.
Like how many, just out of curiosity, one thing we were talking about, how many put like guest is the top reason you attend Dragoncon? Like seeing the guests, getting their autographs, going to the guest panels.
Oh, no.
Stop it. We'll hit the survey too, 'cause that's what I'm kind of looking to.
Yeah, let's meet you in the survey.
Awesome. Well, okay, Dragoncon fam, just coming home because it's a family reunion, the energy, the making friends, all of that. Stop it. They like us. They really like us. Stop it, don't stop, I love you so much. Yay, okay, cool. What about some of the like specific tracks, like the educational, sciencey, space, all of that? Is that kind of your jam? Stop it, I'm going home. Like, did you see? Like, guess they're so, that makes my heart so happy. Wonderful. Anything that you kind of were just wondering? Did you already do that, how many years they've been? I know.
No, we have
one.
not. No.
I know you said new, Mansa, did you ask about how long they've been the longest in the room? Just because I love to hear that.
So,
There anybody been here 35 years besides, oh,
Yeah.
hey.
Oh, wow.
35 years.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
What? 36 years? Well, I know y'all say that. Have you been to all of them? Okay, so you only missed one? Rock on, that's amazing. You got Marilyn, I know you. Whoa, that's awesome. So guys, I think we had a good time. Dave, you think we want to do it again next year?
I don't know. Should we do it next year?
Yeah.
It's just like when you say, the
But
tribe has
first-
spoken.
Right, but first, we sleep. Yeah? Good idea? Thank you guys.
Dragon
Couple
hibernate.
things. We have a survey that's going out on social media. We do it every year. If you can, please do. Again, also, real quick, app surveys are probably one of the best ways. For us, we review it at an overall level, both with comments, scores, and everything. We review it on a moderator level. If you have questions about moderators, tech, all those things, please, the tracks then get theirs, and they actually really listen. So please, app feedback, and then we also have a survey going out on social. The more we can hear, the better we know what kind of a job we're doing and can figure out what is and is not feasible from you guys' suggestions. So please get those over to us.
You can rate every panel. Do it soon while you remember, because we really do read it all.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you guys so much. Have a great year. We'll see you next year.
Thank you.